When I was a kid, the disaster we worried about most was a nuclear war. Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. But we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready. We're not ready.
More than 150 cases of people infected with a newly discovered coronavirus have been reported in China.
China is urging its citizens not to travel abroad as it struggles to contain the virus that has now killed more than 100 people.
This is what it looked like. Fear, empty streets, overwhelmed hospitals, families saying goodbye through screens. The pandemic turned the world upside down in a matter of days and weeks. But in America, there was something that didn't make sense. This is the so-called land of innovation, the leader in healthcare spending, but the outcomes were among the worst, if not the worst. The COVID-19 pandemic arrived almost exactly 100 years after the last major worldwide pandemic, known as the Spanish flu.
Much more serious pandemics going on than the COVID-19. We have more people dying in this country from the complications of either diabetes or heart disease than we do from COVID.
What the average American eats, or the average Westerner, they eat a diet that is centered around dead animals and dairy products, all of which have been shown to be detrimental to optimal immune functioning and to actually increase inflammation in our body, which makes us more prone to being susceptible to infectious agents. We are being trained by the marketing from food corporations to treat eating as though it were some kind of dietary field trip to an amusement park. In other words, people approach a meal with the idea of how much pleasure can I obtain from the stuff that I'm planning to eat.
There's something called the SAD diet, the standard American diet. Ultra-processed foods, things in a box, in a can that you basically could get from the corner store. But these things are really promoted and pushed onto American society, and people have bought it hook, line, and sinker.